What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Pro Winston here. I am with our last YCS champion, Frazier Smith. Frazier, how do you feel about our latest champion?
I'm actually really happy that the kid won. He's like very, very humble, and every time he beats someone who is like really good, he always said like, "I'm sorry, but like it's my dream to win it all," which I thought was really cool because like he actually really like wanted to win, not just to like say, "Oh, I won," and I'm just gonna be a cocky person about it. Like he actually has some kind of like monster to him. So I really respect that.
Wait, guys, hold on. I'm sorry, I just had to unplug my phone. But I have a quick question though. You surprised the hell out of me because you actually decided to play the same deck our latest YCS champion played.
Yep, I actually entered this event with Tech Genis. Me and Robert Boyajin made a good meta call that like right now everybody making like triple maxi, triple Valor, that Tech Genis would be absolutely ridiculous. Also, just skill drain in general right now is like so every time you flip skill drain, if you have like anything, it's just basically game. Like in Barbaros with that two-card combo is so hard to get over. Like Gores is not out. Like none of the rabbit plays can beat it. Like the best play you can make is like Utopia, and that's not even, they can't even gain anything. So it's just 3,000 is just way too much right now in this format where Exceeds are the best monsters and Exceeds all have less than 3,000.
All right. And how did you feel about repeated offenders? I should say, topping again, Hanso, Nazar. Yeah, Tyree, Thomas Vo. Yeah. All these great names in Yu-Gi-Oh! Once again. Michael Lux making a return. Because he's somebody that I grew up with.
That's really good. Like I'm happy a lot of the people that like haven't been like going to every, because they don't go to every event like Nazar and them. So like I go to most of every event now. And thanks to ARG. And it's just like seeing them come to an event they haven't been to in a long time and just like still top, like still think they have it. It's like really because like people start thinking, oh they fell off or they're one-hit wonders, and they come and like show their ass and it's just like, you know, they're still good at the game. So.
Out of all the decks that was featured this weekend, what do you think was the best deck?
The best? Oh well, by far, Rabbit had to be the absolute craziest deck this weekend. If you weren't playing Rabbit, like, you needed to be playing Tech Genis because that was your only chance of actually doing well. Like, seriously, Wind Up is just not that great of a deck. Like, just the standard Wind Up list, like, I just don't think the deck is that good with all the maxes in there. Like, you gotta consider what people are going to plan for. They're planning for that, so you're playing a deck that goes right into that trap. And which is why decks like TG could pull it out, because TG has two things. It has skill drain for Rabbit, and it has the hand traps for the Wind Up decks.
But this guy that just won didn't have hand traps.
Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say to that part. I mean, God was on his side, I guess. Because honestly, I don't recommend that anyone go home and take the hand traps out of their deck and try to play this format still. That's just crazy. But still, kudos to him for manning up and saying, I don't need hand traps to win. I'm just going to win.
But you know this is Black History Month, and Martin Luther King had a dream.
And this kid had a dream.
Yes.
This kid had a dream to win. When he beat Alistair, he said, I'm sorry, Alistair, but I really want to just win it all. And Alistair and me, like, when Alistair told me that, we kind of, like, laughed about it. Like, haha, that kid's, like, you know, talking about he wants to win it all with his Tech Genis deck with no hand traps. And then he won it all with his Tech Genis deck with no hand traps. How was you stopped from retaining your championship area? Well, I made a mistake of not playing Barbaros with the skill drains, so like I think that was like I was able to lose to a deck like Rabbit, although I didn't lose the Rabbit, but I made my deck more vulnerable, and I had a problem beating Thunder Kings, which was like Barbaros would have also dealt with that. It's a 1900 monster and it becomes 2000, so that alone, like just a change in monsters would have been much more like it helped me a lot in this event. Rabbit was just everywhere, and in the later rounds, I'd have played so many of them that I would have lost without Barbaros, I think. So I think that would have been like a big thing that stifled me from getting another win. I definitely was playing the right deck, I think. Like I do think that TG is the right deck, although I do think Rabbit is just like still crazy as a deck just because of what it can do. But I will never play a deck like Samurais or Rabbit. I just can't do it. I don't like those kind of decks. They're not for me. So that's why you'll never see me play something like that.
How do you feel about the showing of Insectors? Honest?
I don't know how many of them topped, and not that that's really a clear indicator of anything, but I personally just don't like that deck. I just feel like it's way too contingent on Hornet, which it is, and the side deck is side deck is that deck is very, very like detrimental to the deck's performance. There's a lot of cards that are just like one card can just devastate your whole match, like a one-timely Crow, a one-timely Shadow Mirror, or just a solid Warning or Book of Moon can just like devastate you. Whereas with other decks, they can come back from cards like that. And I don't feel like Insectors can do that. That bothers me.
All right, no, it's understandable because it was a couple of great name players who played Insectors and didn't do that.
I talked to Dale Bolito about it, and he said play Insectors. I mean, and I respect that. Like, I can't play. Like, it feels to me almost like I'm doing the same thing in Charlotte, playing Dragunities, only a better version of Dragunities. I just feel like the deck is so linear on one side that all I'm doing is just playing a better version of Dragunities. I just wasn't doing that against myself.
But what was your ending record though?
I went 4-0, and then I lost 2 straight. I was like, all right, I'm done.
Do you have any words or thoughts on the ban list, if it is the ban list?
Well,
quote unquote, if it is.
That is possibly one of the biggest atrocities I've ever seen in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Explain why.
It just did not cover anything in the TCG. Like, as far as I'm concerned, we have a completely different Yu-Gi-Oh! Game than Japan. It's not even close to the same anymore. We have Wind Up Rabbit, Tour Guide, and Shark. That's 9 cards that are played in the deck. They just don't have. So the deck is not even close to being similar in their country. Then we have let's say they're Bogger Knight, Full Helm Knight, and Dark Soul. They didn't have those 9 cards, so Sabres wasn't playing with deck. We're playing a different game, and Konami doesn't realize that. So our ban list should not actually be the same. If we're going to release exclusives, you have to ban those exclusives or touch them. And you can't just let Tour Guide and Tengu and all of these things run around and then not do and think that it's okay. It's just not. It makes the game bad in our country. It makes it bad in our country. I would love to play in Japan where TGH is the best deck. So you just switch their meta up, play Thunder King, and they're like, what the hell does Thunder King do? It's like, it actually just beats your deck. They don't realize that because they don't have to. It's just annoying.
Your thoughts about Barrett Keys?
Oh, Barrett's awesome. He's been really tearing up the scene lately. He topped every event this format except Brighton. Literally, even down to Mexico. Toronto, Ohio, Kansas City, Miss Brighton, and Mexico, and now Atlanta. So he topped every event this format, which is really, really, that's something that almost no one really can do. So this sounds like Adam Korn.
He is growing to be an Adam Korn in my eyes also. Yep. Any thoughts that you can share about Long Beach coming up?
Hopefully, we get a different ban list, and Long Beach will be a good event. If not, it's going to be it's going to be this part 2. But if they do touch some of the rabbit cards, I think it'd be fun if they just pull a Sabersaurus on 1 and just to mess with it in that way, so they don't have a 1900 monster per se. Since that's one of the most annoying things.
Courtney, come here. Stand right here.
And then I don't know. I really don't want Dino Rabbit to go forward in this game as it is right now. I just think it is way too overpowered.
All right. Well, since we have Courtney here, I like to ask a question since both of y'all right here. Frazier, do you understand the incident between Patrick Hoban and Courtney Waller?
Yeah, are we still talking about this?
I understand the incident, yes.
Can I say one thing to you?
Sure.
Courtney Waller is a man of his word. Patrick had a better record. And Courtney Waller handed over in front of me 5 20s to Patrick as a man. And all that hate that he got and said that he's just this, that, and the fourth, this man has showed everyone that he's a man of his word and still showed respect to Patrick Hoban.
Was Patrick respectful about it too?
Patrick just thank you for the 100 and then,
I haven't told you about the email that I sent to him saying that we both acted childish and sponsors and trying to be boys.
Yeah. I immediately just dropped the whole thing. After
we all did.
Yeah, after you sent me the Facebook thing, and I put on those guys, I was like, all right, I'm just done.
It grew up on Bulls.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not.
It was just a lot of controversy.
There was a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh drama that wasn't unnecessary.
All right, well, thank you, Frazier, for that interview. Thank you, Courtney, for just appearing in it real quick for me. And I hope to see you do well in California.
I hope so, too. I'll see you guys later.
All right, guys, you already know. If it's not pro, we got to go. Deuces.
Love it in Cali.